Hello, my name is Adam, and I want to tell you how Indoctrination, the Decline of Christianity in America documentary, has impacted my life. There's two ways I've been thinking about. First, I was a public education teacher for 8 years in the public school system, and got into the teaching for the purpose of being salt and light to the students, Christian influence. And in 2011, decided to earn my master's in education. And I did this alongside of my brother-in-law, and one of the classes that we had to take was a history and philosophy of education. The final assignment of that class was writing our own philosophy of education. And my brother-in-law and I, we both wanted to take a biblical perspective on education. So we decided to search the scriptures and also search those that were Christians that were speaking about education, writing about education. That is when my brother-in-law stumbled across Indoctrination, a blog about it, and we were able to watch it. And during that time, during the philosophy of education class, we had been discussing, how we as Christians could continue to be in the public school system. And that was really the whole reason of going to get my master's in education from a Christian university, was to show us how we could be Christians in the public schools. What we were finding out through our discussions on our way home as we were carpooling is that a biblical worldview cannot be taught in the public schools. And as Christians, we were to be dedicated to a biblical worldview, a Christian worldview. Indoctrination, when we watched it, confirmed what God was already doing in our hearts. When we watched this documentary, and it taught us the history and the background of the public schools, and then it showed us what was going on, and some of the issues that they brought up were also we were seeing in our own schools. And then when we saw the teachers give their testimonies, their struggles, all of this confirmed in our hearts exactly what we had already been discussing, that God was leading us, directing us, guiding us out of the public school system. We, in June 2012, resigned our position in the public school system, and we have not regretted one bit. The Lord has blessed us. The Lord has given us everything that we need, and it's been very rewarding. Second way indoctrination has influenced us, it has also caused me to think about my own children. I have a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old, and just thinking about their education has definitely been something that this documentary has influenced me in. I have grown up into the public schools. I went to public school myself and never really gave much thought about sending my children there until through all this, the studying of the scriptures, the reading of articles, and then the Indoctrination documentary has truly convinced me that a Christian worldview, Christian education is what I want to give my children. And we plan on doing that through homeschooling. And very grateful for Colin Gunn and those that have been involved with this documentary. God is definitely using it, and has definitely used it in my life. My prayer is that if you are watching this and you're a public school teacher, that this would influence you to begin to study the scriptures yourself. Write your own philosophy of education. See what God truly does say about education and what Christians are obligated to be, what they're obligated to view, how they're obligated to view the world as a Christian. If you're a parent and you're watching this, I pray that you would also go to the scriptures, consider what you're doing by sending your children there to the public schools. And my suggestion is that both the public school teacher and the parent who sends their child to the schools should exodus them out of the schools. I think that is pleasing to God. I think it's biblical. I think there's great wisdom in it. The other avenue has proven only to bring foolishness, especially here in our country. Thank you again, and our prayer is that indoctrination, the decline of Christianity in America, would continue to influence Christians throughout the world.